Okay, there's a bizarre new development to the Stoneman Douglas High School massacre. Crazed women are flooding Nikolas Cruz, the alleged shooter, with everything from fan mail to donations to sexual pictures. And sadly, there is historic precedent for this behavior with other mass killers like Charles Manson, Ted Bundy. Joining us now with more is Ron Martinelli, a forensic criminologist, along with Carole Lieberman, a forensic psychiatrist, who's the author of the book Bad Boys, Why We Love Them, How to Live With Them, and When to Leave Them. Yikes. I don't want to say we in that. It's good to see both of you. All right, Mr. Martinelli, let's start with you. What is going on here? I read this. I thought this has to be a joke. First of all, I hate the fact that we have to say alleged shooter with Nikolas Cruz, but we actually technically do have to say that. What gives with these women? What kind of issues do they have? It's mind-blowing.
Well, if I was going to use a big word, I'd say they're enamored with people that practice hybristophilia, or people that do outrageous things to other people. These are clearly women that are off balance. As a matter of fact, they probably share some of the behavioral characteristics of people like Nikolas Cruz, and they tend to become infatuated with people that do horrible things. Rapists, serial killers, bank robbers, and because these people are in prison, it gives the women who are infatuated some distance from these people, because there's an emotional and a physical distance between between themselves and the people that they're enamored with. I guess if I was going to use a big college word, I'd say these women were train wrecks.
Dr. Lieberman, you've written a book about this bizarre phenomenon, and you've studied this case in particular. The list of the bags of fan mail he's getting, donations, sexually kind of explicit photos. What is this all about?
Well, Nikolas Cruz is, I talk about 12 different types of bad boys, and he is the baddest of the bad. He's what I call a lethal lover. And so the women who are attracted to him have had the most dysfunctional relationships of all with their fathers that have made them feel unlovable. So they don't really believe that a regular man outside of prison would find them appealing enough. They need a man who's incarcerated, who, you know, is sort of desperate and who will depend upon them and they don't feel like they would deserve also like a prince, or really, you know, a good man. So that's part of it. Nikolas is like the perfect combination of both danger, I mean, the sexy danger, the allure, the erotic allure of danger. You know, we know all of the people that he killed, the massacre that he created, and so on. And at the same time, he looks like a little lost puppy. And that brings out the desire from women to rescue him. So it's sort of a combination of this sexy allure and also this need. You know, he looks, we know his sad story.
Yeah, it's a freak show. It's a freak show. I mean, this is a freak show. I'm sorry. This is just, it's so twisted. I think people watching going, it's so sad on so many levels. But you're right, there are levels, gradations of what is bad to the actual evil. You say baddest of all bad, I say evil of all bad boys. We're going to play two things for our viewers and for both of you. This was Charles Manson's girlfriend, and then we have Ted Bundy proposing to his girlfriend. Let's watch.
He is the one that knows what's going on. He's the one that is in the truth whenever nobody else is. Charlie always tells the truth, no matter what.
Carole, do you want to marry me?
Yes.
And I want to marry you?
Yes.
And I do want to marry you.
Oh my gosh, we have like no time left. Reaction, both of you, just 10 or 15 seconds.
Well, it's very classic. It's sort of the Bonnie falling in love with Clyde Barrow. I agree with the doctor very much. These people are socially isolated. They don't have any support systems from their families.
These ladies need help. Dr. Lieberman, we'll have you on radio. We are unfortunately out of time, but fantastic analysis from you.